Morning, YouTube. So, Ruby versus Maka. Or, I don't know. Anyways, let's start this off with saying Ruby's not gonna win this fight at all. I spent like the past, I don't know, month or something obsessed with Ruby, watching documentaries, YouTube videos on it, watching Ruby itself. I'm on the second season. Sort of lost track. 2025 brains got me fucked. But anyways, yeah, Ruby's not gonna win from everything I've seen. Nope. And also, come on, Soul Eater. It's Soul Eater. Ruby's got nothing against it.
Fight!
She's basically fighting.
Ruby Rose versus Maka Albarn.
The battle of spunky teens with oversized gardening tools. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I really like this battle.
I remember
Except for the
when
Ben
Mama
10 one.
Boomstick read me bedtime
pissed
fairy
me off.
tales. Stories of heroes and warnings about eating those little berries and quicksand. So much quicksand.
Yet in the world of Remnant, fairy tales are real. Here, huntresses do battle with monstrous...
Okay, I just gotta say, for anybody who knows Ruby, Ruby and her group of friends are hypocrites, yes. But I hate Aspen so much. Purely because how the hell you gonna let fine shit go? Like, bro, it pisses me off when smart people with good women just lets the women go.
And there was nothing more exciting than that to Ruby Rose.
Daughter to the world-renowned huntress, Summer, who disappeared. Little Red really wanted nothing more than to be a huntress.
Let's see here. Ruby Rose, 17, of course. Cool things, books, her family, Penny.
Her
Eating.
dedication paid off. Admitted into Beacon Academy.
VTuber. Hold on, give me a second. Damn, she is a VTuber. Did the company let... I mean, shit. Next thing you know, Disney's gonna be
2
guiding
years
you
ahead, a
VTubers.
premier school for huntsmen and huntresses, Ruby clearly showed prodigious talent.
Not just that, she's got the weapon geek gene just like yours truly. Ruby doesn't leave home without her trusty Crescent Rose. It may look like a high...
The first time I saw Crescent Rose, I didn't even know anything about Ruby, but the weapon was just so cool. I had to see it. Okay, I've been pausing way too much.
But it's also a gun! Ruby made Crescent Rose herself. It's like a dance between Grim Reaper's Choice and a bolt-action sniper rifle.
A dance is fitting, as huntsmen are locked in a never-ending waltz in their battle with the Grim.
Crescent Rose can switch between sniper and sight at the press of a
Grim is
button.
so
Ruby's an
cool
old hand at
looking.
flinging and moving
The
it
concept
exactly
is
how
just
she
amazing.
wants, despite it being, like, bigger than she is. How does she do it with those noodle arms? The girl can't even throw a punch.
Well, she might not need to, given the strength of her aura. All living beings in Remnant have an aura, except dark creatures like Grim, though not all of them can utilize it in combat without extensive training. See, aura forms a barrier that blocks fatal blows and even heals wounds.
It can make weapons stronger too. When Ruby slaps a cartridge of dust
Basically
into
magic.
Crescent Rose, her aura lights up nature's wrath in man's
magic,
hand.
but hey.
Dramatic, but accurate. This dust represents the base elements of the world. Fire, electricity.
I'm wondering, Death Battle is owned by Rooster Teeth, right? Or is supported by it? Maybe, I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched any Death Battles.
Ice, wind, anti-gravity. Does that last one count?
Rule of cool, Wiz. She's got the eyes of a hawk, and when she shoots you with dust, a bullet wound's the last thing you'll be worried about. With enough of a boost, ice dust can freeze over whole mechs, and she can power up her kicks to crater military-grade steel.
A person's aura may be limited, but Ruby can keep track of hers with this handy health bar on her not smartphone.
Ruby blasted through Huntress classes with flying colors. Almost right away,
Sort of
she was appointed the
disappointed, like
leader of her
the
own group.
the later
with White
seasons of
Steve,
Ruby,
Lake
she doesn't
Belladonna,
seem to
and
get any
Big Sis
stronger.
Yang Xiaolong.
Like, nobody
Oh,
does.
I get it. Team Ruby.
Later season.
But Ruby's hope for many years of learning with her friends would be dashed as evil machinations spread like wildfire. And with a flash of silver light, Beacon had fallen.
Ruby's friends? Dead. Her school?
Damn.
Totally wrecked. Her sister? Disarmed. All because of a lover spat that went way too far.
Salem
Way
saw
too
the
far.
world divided, and it was time to say goodbye to any happily ever after.
But Ruby wouldn't give up like that, so she set off to change the world.
Again, Salem. Mwah. Ooh. She awakened something in me. I mean, I've already had it awakened, but it just solidified after seeing Salem. Like, I don't know why. Why do they have to be so hot if they're evil?
Even as
Like,
Crescent
shit,
Rose
I would turn evil in an instant.
began to
Just
feel
for Salem.
heavier and heavier. Could she really save the world like her fairy tale heroes? All she did is what she's always done and never stopped moving forward.
Because Crescent Rose wasn't the only thing she needed. She had to improve her semblance too.
Right, while aura is essentially the manifestation of one's soul, the semblance is an expression of their personality.
Basically, it's a superpower farmed by Aura, and Ruby's got super speed. Or a teleport? Or what is she doing exactly?
Close, this is Petal Burst, a mixture of speed, teleportation, and intangibility. Ruby can rocket from one point to another in milliseconds.
By literally bursting into petals.
Sort of. According to Best Robo Girl Penny, Ruby's semblance is extremely complex and variable. It involves breaking her body down to its molecular components before zooming off in complex paths, negating the laws of mass entirely.
AKA Super Speed Plus. And Nora is best girl. Ruby's petal burst is so quick she can make flying missiles look completely still. Good luck
I gotta
tagging
agree
her
with
a
that.
bullet
She is.
or a
She's
breadstick.
just fun.
She is certainly quick enough to give Emerald and Mercury a hard time, and they've dodged actual lightning.
She's faster than Blake, who could keep up with the most cringe faunus of all, Adam Taurus.
Well, he did draw his sword fast enough to parry an actual particle beam. In real life, such
His
a beam is
attacks
created
are
by
so
accelerating charged
cool
particles
looking.
to just under light speed.
So, that's impressive.
With such
You
a
see
powerful
that?
ability, Ruby could safely shine her smile for years.
Wait, hold on.
Impressive.
With such charged particles to just under light speed.
Under. You telling me Ruby can move at light speed or a little close to it?
So, that's impressive.
With such a
I ain't gonna lie, I
powerful
thought
ability,
Ruby was just a
Ruby could
street
safely
level
shine her
hero.
smile for years, even
Not
as she
moving at
carried
light
the fate
speed
of Remnant
fast.
across the world. To her friends, she was a
Yeah.
beacon of hope.
But then again,
Well,
everybody's
yeah,
moving at
'cause
light
she's
speed
got one
nowadays.
more superpower. Her silver eyes. Just like her mom, Ruby inherited them from the god of light as a weapon against negative anti-life energy, like the evil goop Grim
gods are
spawned from.
dicks in
Just
this
a
show.
wink and blam! Sayonara, dragon of darkness.
But Ruby's skills didn't falter after her time at Beacon. As she journeyed across Remnant, she leveled up to compete with all sorts of powerful magic and mechanized foes. Her team could even match the Ace Ops, an elite squad of longtime professional huntsmen.
Including Harriet, whose super speed semblance was totally outclassed by Petal Burst, and Vine, whose aura was strong enough to contain a bomb that was about to decimate the whole city of Mantle. Man,
Damn.
these are some pretty powerful auras.
All right,
Though
people
it's
do
important
get
to remember,
stronger later
Ruby
on.
is only 17 years old. The weight
I
of
find
being
they
a
did it.
leader,
God
a
damn.
savior, and a huntress like her mother would get heavier and heavier and heavier.
She got over it. Look at her go!
Taking Crescent Rose firmly in hand and sending a message of unity to the rest of the world. Ruby had finally left the fairy tale behind, taking one more step toward the day we've waited for.
Okay, I learned a lot of new things. But one thing I gotta say is, Ruby needs to beat the shit out of the God of Light. That's just, if Ruby doesn't end like that, because every problem in Ruby goes back to the gods. I'm just saying. They need to get a stern talking to.
Today's battle is sponsored by Prize Picks.
We all
Price
make
Peg.
decisions every day.
All right.
But on Prize Picks, making the right choice can get you paid.
And hey,
Paid?
football season is just kicking
I'm
off
getting
right
paid?
now, so it's the perfect time to jump in and join the hype.
It's easy to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Simple as that.
Let's see. I got more
Okay,
on
I have
Barkley
no
for
idea
those
what
rushing
you're talking
TDs,
about.
More on Jones on those passes, but Allen, 234 yards? I'm gonna go less. Sorry,
All right. Yeah, support them and stuff. I have no idea what they're saying or what that means. I
A
find
sound
like
soul
gambling or
dwells within a
something.
sound mind and a sound body.
Okay, before this starts, I haven't rewatched Soul Eater in a while, but I just got to get my thoughts out there from, I don't know, 6 years ago? Damn. It's been 6 years? Anyway, yeah. Soul Eater. I forgot everything about Soul Eater. I generally cannot lie. The only thing I can remember is Soul Eater had super cool Soul Link abilities and stuff, and the one cat girl witch. That's the only thing I can remember. Oh, and recently that fucking what was it? Fire Force and Soul Eater are the same universe.
but all the
That was
unjust
shocking.
evil souls of this world are on the Disney Fast Pass to becoming a Kishin.
Destructive gods mutated from good-natured souls. A Kishin could plunge the world into chaos and madness. If only
How
someone
the fuck did
could
Shinra
stop
allow
them.
this
Bing
shit?
bong, it's the DWMA. Welcome to Death Weapon Meister Academy, where death rules. Literally, his
Yeah.
name is Death.
Here, Lord Death tasks humans
Oh, yeah,
to become
Death the
spiritually
Kid.
talented
He was
meisters
cool as
of
hell.
demon weapons.
AKA people who are also a weapon. No, really,
Black
they
Star
transform into weapons. Guns, ninja stars, hammers, you name it. A Meister weapon pair kills and consumes lost souls to keep the Kishin away. Jack the Ripper? More like Jack the Fraud.
And so, the demon weapon Soul was paired with the dutiful rising star, Maka Albarn.
Talk about your classic
Maka.
teacher's pet. The
Okay.
kind of girl who leaves an apple on the desk and goes, "Teacher, you forgot to give us homework." And then we jump
13?
them.
As if Soul's any better. A weapon who's too concerned with being cool to do any real work.
Hey,
Unfaithful.
Soul's not just a
Weapon who's too concerned with being cool to do any real work.
Hey, Soul's not just any demon weapon. He's a scythe, and he's got his sights on upgrading to the highest
Scythes are
level
really
of Death
fucking
Scythe.
cool.
Which would be a high honor. And lucky for Soul, Maka always aims high.
With that common goal, Maka and Soul formed the Dream Team. All they needed was 99 Kishin eggs and the soul of a witch. Easy, right?
Maybe, since Maka is extraordinarily perceptive at spotting and examining souls. She can detect spiritual presences
That's
from
extremely
millions of yards
easy.
away and can discern its nature, stability, and emotions.
Do you get
Time
power
for
from becoming a
class,
death
then.
scythe?
The
Because
two
that's
trained
super easy
hard,
to do.
But their styles kind of weird. Okay, so Maka guides Soul in the direction she wants to go, but Soul, the scythe, does all the actual movements himself. Maka's the Meister,
Eh?
Soul's the weapon.
Like conductor and instrumentalist, a Meister weapon pair cannot work in harmony without total cooperation.
Too bad their teamwork
Okay, so
sucked.
makes no
They
sense, but
fumbled
every
the
sense at the same
easiest
time.
chance for Death Scythe status, F-.
Maka just could not get in tune with
Yeah.
Soul's wavelength. She was
It's really
skilled,
easy
sure,
for that
more
shit,
skilled
like-
than most.
Keyword, most.
Wavelength.
wait,
She was
wait, I
skilled,
see it
sure,
now.
more skilled than
Her. She is the only character aside from the scythe that I remember.
most.
Keyword, most.
I'ma stop
there were
talking.
plenty of rivals showing her up, like Black Star and Tsubaki.
Really puts a damper on the straight A's when this show-off is doing better
Black
than you.
Star.
It was
Really? I remember Black Star being kinda mid.
up to Maka and Soul to improve
Like, he
their
wasn't that
teamwork
good
through
at all.
Soul resonance.
What I said about wavelength wasn't metaphorical. Rather, wavelengths are the means with which Meister and weapon draw strength through each other. Think of two wavelengths as different emotional amplitudes that must merge at one alignment.
If the Meister's the guitar and the weapon's the amp, then they create a feedback loop to increase its frequency. That's soul resonance.
Soul resonance creates a telepathic link and surges their strength and speed.
And preps them for cool scythe moves like the Witch Hunt Slash, a big energy strike that puts the L in evil.
As the name implies, it
Damn,
works
I
especially
forgot a
well
lot
against
of
witches
things then.
and other evil creatures. It's
I
not
thought they
exclusive
just-
or anything.
Poured
It's
around
actually
scythes. I didn't
deadly
know the
against
scythe
evil
had
'cause
another
of
mode.
Maka's rare anti-demon wavelengths. Basically, being a goody little two-shoes gets her the power of purity or whatever.
Maka and Soul were becoming a synchronized unit.
Damn.
Though one would sometimes need to rein in the other's idiotic habits.
And the other guys gotta stop their annoying overthinking, Wiz.
But everything changed after a, unique encounter with Krona, which nearly killed Soul.
Now Soul had an ogre pal in his head, waiting for him to swing on over and play the piano. Yep, Soul got infected with black blood.
Black blood was
The
specially
hell?
brewed as a weaponizable blood. It hardens and strengthens its user's body, inside and out, increasing their physical ability. They can even block blades with their bare skin.
Too bad it comes with a little side effect of madness with a capital M.
A force of fear and sadness all
The
living
hell
things
you mean,
possess, which
madness?
threatens to ruin the world.
So it was
Yeah,
kind of a
if you
big deal
can't handle a little madness, you a bitch. I ain't gonna lie. Like, how you gonna let madness control you when you got all that power?
that Maka was bummed by how she got Soul in a
Madness.
jam.
Like, I
But
went
thanks
crazy
to
once
Soul,
too,
she
and that
got
shit
over
was
it and even welcomed in their new
boring.
little ogre buddy.
Now when Soul plays his grand piano, their soul resonance sings even louder through the black blood.
Giving Maka all the perks of black blood too, even the crazy parts. Bet you didn't expect that, Krona.
But evil saw their plans through. The Kishin Asura had arrived. Madness was spreading everywhere.
So Maka and Soul had to lock in and upgrade their witch hunt to the even stronger demon hunt slash. They went on even more missions to reap souls with classmates like Blackstar. And
I
that
thought there
guy
was only
outran
one
his own
season of
shadow.
this.
Perhaps the most obvious evidence ever of faster than light
Faster than
speeds,
light.
and Maka could finally keep up with him.
Hear that with her fight
Yeah,
with
my-
the demons who
my girl
who
Ruby
can
ain't winning.
obliterate whole mountains, and you've got one hell of an ass kicker.
Ooh,
And
Ruby's
yet,
gonna get her
Maka's
ass kicked.
relationship with Soul still faltered. Soul was the real star here. Even other Meisters were trying to take him as a weapon, away from Maka.
I mean, he literally moves himself, so Maka couldn't help but wonder if she was holding him back all along.
But Soul
I mean,
said the truth.
kinda.
In all of their missions, their teamwork was the key to their victory. An orchestral performance is only as good as the one conducting. And so, their wavelengths played in harmony, and Maka donned a dress of black blood.
It's an armor literally made of blood, and it lets Maka
That's
fly
so cool.
around and shoot out her soul as an epic sound wave.
Anything
So
that has to do with
freaking
blood
metal.
abilities
At the
is
same
cool.
time, Soul discovered he could hack souls and directly transmit Maka's anti-demon wavelengths, basically shutting
fuck?
their enemy completely down through Soul Adagio.
And they finally achieved Death Scythe, the
I knew Ruby was gonna lose, but like, I didn't know it was gonna be this bad. From what I remembered, they were both scythe wielding. I thought it'd be closer than this. Damn. Do I gotta rewatch this anime? Hell no, I ain't gonna do
Dreams
that.
here, baby.
So when
Damn.
Krona's own black blood reached its final stage, Maka and Soul flew to the moon. A moon small and unassuming, but so dense it has the same mass as the planet itself. The very world's sanity was at
Damn.
stake.
Krona might have gone insane, but Maka still reached out to their new friend Soul until the Kishin showed up to ruin everything. Come on, Asura, they're having a moment here. Timing, bro.
Where the
What
fuck
would
was
be
Shinra in
Maka's
all of this
final
shit?
exam, Maka, Soul, and all
Characters from Fire Force show greater fear than Soul Eaters. Feats than Soul Eaters. Fuck. Damn it. It's too early for this. Bruh. Well, makes sense. Shinra was over here rewriting time with his fucking kicks. But where the
of their
fuck was he if he
friends faced
basically
off against
became
the
God?
And
From
she
what I know, I
passed.
don't watch
Maka
Fire
pulled her
Force
weight
nor
and
read it.
perfected her teamwork with Soul. Their wavelengths were pitch perfect.
Asura did everything he could to separate them, crater them into the moon, punch holes in Maka's chest, tamper their souls with madness, and each time they successfully realigned their wavelengths.
Until
Why the fuck can't he
they
just
kicked
kill
his
them?
ass with one final upgrade, the Kishin Hunt Slash. Maka Chop! Now that's what I call absolute cinema.
Because a sound soul dwells within a sound mind and body. So should you feel overwhelmed by evil's roars,
Damn.
just write 42 42 564 whenever you want to knock on death's door.
That was a tough line, I ain't gonna lie. Ruby's dead. She's dead every single way. Damn. But still, I kind of... Damn. I still like Ruby more, but that's just recency bias.
us.
Wiz, your ego is
200th
showing.
episode, right?
And why not?
not. This death battle is episode 200.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a big deal. So we've got a big discount on our website to celebrate.
That's www.deathbattle.gg.
Love it or
Website
hate it,
members already
Death
get
Battle is
awesome
really
deals like
fucking
exclusive
entertaining.
Death Battle merch, the whole episode archive, including episodes not on YouTube.
But yeah, use their code for 20%. Now let's get into it.
Coolest.
I actually want that Absolute Cinema, but I also wanted the Jeff one. So
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a scythe battle!
oh come on, I was about to yell Death Battle.
Okay, it's official. This is so not cool.
Okay,
Oh, come on, Soul.
I'm
My
loving the
target should be here,
animation.
so try helping out. Hi! Who you looking for? Little Red Riding Hood, your humanity has strayed from its just path, and the
The
Shinigami
fuck?
has called. Oh my gosh, your boyfriend turns into a scythe! Oh, that's so cool! Your soul is ours!
Yo, this shit getting hype. The song's
I like my
amazing.
soul, thanks!
Won't lie, Red. Your moves are sick, but too slow for my Meister.
You haven't seen anything yet! Focus. She's good, but we can handle it.
Let's go, Soul Resonance!
That should have killed her. Like one slash should have completely killed her. I'm not gonna lie here. But this is really cool. There isn't much else you can really say. Damn. Damn.
Stop
Straight to the
me!
move. Why are you?
Get back here!
Just standing there and taking this shot to the face.
Soul, hurry!
Mike, that was a little cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Interesting. Her soul forms a barrier. Try helping out.
Relax.
Damn. Maka's way better at using a scythe than Ruby.
Sorry, but I'll never stop fighting. I'm Ruby Rose, and I am a huntress!
Soul Adagio!
That's some bullshit.
The wavelengths. Damn it, she's...
She gets wings with her silver eyes?
A simple, honest soul. Ruby Rose, huh?
That's gonna be my wallpaper from now on. I'm taking that as a wallpaper. That's cool as hell. Damn. I mean, we all knew how this fight was gonna go, but it still hurt my soul that Ruby lost.
KO! Rest in peace, Ruby. But hey, it's not often you get to see scythe on scythe action like that.
Let's break this down with the 4 categories that best represent this matchup. First, strength.
I mean,
Or
really?
a supercharged Ruby's strength way higher than you'd think, like kicking this Grim through steel. But Maka's soul
We don't really
resonance
need
could
to
match
look at this
Gopher,
to
who destroyed
figure out that
mountains.
Maka was gonna win. Like, we're gonna skip a little through this right now, and I'm gonna tell you every single category Maka's gonna take. Boom, boom, boom. The hell you mean Ruby had a speed advantage? Wait. No, speed were equalized. I suck at this.
Cancel out Black Blood, the Silver Eyes should achieve a similar effect.
But Maka
Wait,
had
actually,
one big
let's see.
weakness.
Efficient at dancing with her weapon.
Soul's own control is still a factor here, but it was all about speed. Angry speed.
This isn't to say Maka couldn't keep up thanks to Soul Resonance, but Petal
Let's
Burst
see
makes
this.
this comparison close enough to call it a tie. And their speed would be key to winning in skill.
I thought Maka was just flat out faster. Since you
It's scythery.
like
That's not a
speeding.
word.
Maka's scythery was pretty good, but Soul does all the movement for her. As a Meister, she was mostly a guide.
It's easy to assume that Ruby's scythery was superior. She's entirely self-sufficient at dancing with her weapon.
Sure,
Soul's
but the
own
way she
control is-
used it, like I said, Maka seemed better at the scythe because Maka actually knew how to grapple with it. Ruby used her scythe like a blunt instrument, just going straight to hacking, not using any finesse in that fight. But Maka used a lot of finesse. She grappled, slashed, and all that. She didn't just go in hammering.
Still a factor here, but it doesn't change that Ruby's been swinging that thing for way longer than Maka. Ruby's got scythery in the bag.
Perhaps
I
this
guess.
edge would be enough for Ruby to avoid Maka's far greater strength if she had the better powers.
So, Aura's really cool. Barriers, healing, superpowers, and so
Really
on.
cool.
But it's got one big weakness.
It is a finite resource that is required for all of Ruby's powers.
Petal Burst, activating dust,
Really?
even powering up Crescent Rose takes juice and some aura. Once it's gone, Ruby's totally vulnerable.
And there's a second key factor regarding aura. It is specifically a manifestation of Ruby's soul.
And Maka's powers are all about taking on souls. Maka had lots of ways to break through Ruby's aura, like Soul Adagio.
And since Maka is exceptionally gifted at examining souls, she could definitely figure out how aura works.
But plot twist, what about Ruby's silver eyes? Her anti-grim eye beams. Turns out they
Yeah, the silver eyes I did not think would work at all during this fight because specifically silver eyes are set to Ruby's universe for Grimm. And Death Size or Soul Eater's weapons are actually just other souls people. Grimm don't have souls.
actually her best secret weapon.
The negative power of Grimm is quite similar to Madness wavelengths, which power Black Blood. Since anti-demon wavelengths can cancel out Black
Sure.
Blood, the Silver Eyes should achieve a similar effect.
But Maka and Soul's whole story is about reaching that perfect soul resonance. Asura tried every way in the book and more to separate their wavelengths and failed. And we already talked about how much stronger he is than Ruby. Maka takes powers, cause when she rose to the occasion, Ruby didn't stand a semblance of a chance and bit the dust.
The winners are Maka Albarn and Soul Evans.
Wait, his name is Soul Evans? Next time
Evans.
on Death Battle.
What's next? I can't tell anything right here. Blade! Yo! Wait.
Subscribe.
What the hell's Buffy? But they putting my nigga Blade in this? The disappointing fight. I mean, the fight is cool and all that. The only disappointment is that Ruby didn't win. But we all knew that well going into it. Anyway, yeah, this was the first video. Love it. Death Battle pisses me off sometimes, but this one, they got it all right. Damn, though. I'm just still sad that Ruby lost. But that's it. See ya.